It's the hot spot. Tell them what you got. Working through the hot spot. Getting straight off the top.
So I'm saying, what is the list of requirements for a man to be a good man, and to you?
Well, I think it goes with what I said, the grocery list I was talking about. He's more like
So it sounds like you agree with these women that what a good man is. Is that true?
Wait, what? You're confusing me.
Well, I'm asking you, what would you say a good man is? And you said it aligns with what the women with the grocery list say. So it sounds like you're agreeing with them.
Well, you're telling me they can't.
No, I'm asking you.
You're telling me 45,000. If they make 35,000,
45.
45,000. Okay, if they're making 45,000, what would make them a good man?
No, I asked you if a man makes 45, do you consider him a loser? You said yes. I said to you, what makes a man a good man? Obviously, it's not 45,000.
I don't understand the whole good man thing.
So what would a man have to do?
Are we talking about dating, or are we talking about
you said loser
relationship?
You said loser. So what gets him out of this title of loser? What does a man have to no longer be called a loser?
Like I said, he's you talking about
tangible stuff.
You talking about things you can actually touch? Like what?
So okay, so
you're talking about resources. We're talking about good portfolio.
When I said
he's actually doing something,
you gotta listen to me. When I said 45,000, you said he's a loser. That's tangible. So what does he have to make?
How's being a loser tangible?
No, for 45,000 is tangible. That's a tangible thing you can assess.
Okay.
So what does he have to make for him not to be a loser?
Well, he has to make more money.
Exactly how much? 55,
I already
65,
told you, 100K or more.
So 6 figures.
I would have 6 figures is not really going to do much,
okay,
especially nowadays.
So what's the
number?
With
the financial.
So what's the number?
It's going to be most likely in the 7 figures, man.
7 figures, okay. So for a man not to be a loser, he has to make seven figures. He has to make $1 million or more a year.
That's pretty much what pretty much what women are classifying as.
I'm not asking about women. I'm asking you. To you, what makes a man a good man for a woman to marry and settle down with?
I'm trying to tell you the things, but you kept on telling me, no, it has to be tangible.
Yeah. Okay. If you were to ask me, mixed.
Well, tangible things means physical, doesn't it?
Tangible means something that
you can touch, right?
You can touch, but I'm also saying quantifiable. So if you asked me, I'll give you an example. If you asked me, Mix, what does it take for a man to be a good position for a woman to make? I'd say, well, he'd probably have to make about anywhere between $65,000 to $85,000 a year. That's for starters. He'd have to be in good shape because most men out here are overweight and obese. Most are overweight. They're not healthy. I would say
he would have to have confidence. It's like I said, it's going to be the grocery list more than likely.
But I'm saying, what is your grocery list? It sounds like
are you asking me as if I'm a woman?
Because you called the man that makes $45,000 a loser. So I'm asking what takes him out of that category. And
I was trying to provide you, but you're talking about physical, tangible things you can touch.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. When it comes down to a man's perspective, it doesn't have to be tangible.
Well,
because I already told you, even if you're a millionaire,
well, no, but I asked you, I said, Jay, what makes a man a loser? And I said, is a man that makes $45,000 a year.
Yeah, and I told you,
you said yes.
45,000
but
is not enough.
But is that from you or is that from
that's
we
from
think
me.
Women?
I would say.
Okay, so that's why I asked you, what takes them out of that category?
I was trying to tell you, but you told me it had to be physical. It had to be something you could touch.
Yes, because the initial qualifier was 45,000. That's tangible. So if 45,000 is not good enough for a man to is a loser, if 45,000 is a loser, what's not a loser? Is it you? Then you said
I told you 7 figures.
We eventually got there.
That's a winner.
We eventually got there. That's seven figures, right?
Right.
So what else is there?
I just gave you 7 figures. What else do you need?
Well, I mean,
because apparently, when it comes down to a man's value, this is what he has.
So a man's value to you, not to women, not to all these. A man's value to you is how much money he makes.
Well, how much he accomplishes. You know how much.
You said money.
You forced money. You told me what it takes for him to get out of 45,000. You were asking me a price. That's what you were asking me.
Well, because that's the only thing I started with. I started with 45, and you said he's a loser. I didn't say he has bad confidence. I didn't say he's shy.
I tried to provide those things, but you told me those are not tangible things. Those are not tangible things.
But all I said was 45, and you said he's a loser. I didn't say anything about his confidence. I didn't say anything about his education.
You started bringing up confidence. You started answering. No, yes, you did. You said,
cut you off and you said confidence. All I said was one aspect, how much money he made. That's all I said, and you titled that loser. Facts?
Yeah, I did.
Facts. Okay. So we start there. So you're saying a man that makes $45,000 is a loser. Okay. In order for him not to be a loser, he has to make $1 million or more.
That's a winner.
Well, I didn't say winner. I said, is he no longer a loser?
More like he's in the category of winner around that. Around, I would say, like I said, 100K doesn't really. So I would say more than likely 250K or more. More likely you're in the winning range.
Okay. So
I know I said $1 million make you a winner, but I would say generally 250K and above will more than likely put you, especially in this era. I would say that would put you in a better bracket.
Right. So the man that makes 250 or more is a winner, and a woman should settle down with that guy.
I didn't say that.
Well,
I already brought up the question. Even if you're successful, that doesn't really get you. That doesn't really say that. Oh, okay, I can actually get with women. There's a lot more that you have to bring to the game other than just having money.
Such as what?
I told you. You got to have game. Of course, you said that he's got to start working out. He's got to be healthy.
Yeah. That I would.
He's got to have confidence.
But I wouldn't say
he's got to. Like I said, he's got to have the leadership role. That's why I would say makes a good man. Sure.
Well, you said I said that figures.
Huh?
You said seven figures.
I started out with 7 figures. Yeah. Okay, that's my bad. But 250K or more than likely. I went, like I said, I don't know what's going on with financially. I don't want to say that I can give financial advice.
Let me ask you this: We're Man First Podcast, right? We speak our perspective from a male perspective, right?
Right.
If it requires a man to make $250,000 to be considered a good man, like not a loser, but good, not a winner necessarily, because it's 250, it's not $1 million. What percentage of men would you say make $250,000 or more per year?
I think we already established. We both know that.
That was $1 million.
That's pretty much up there in the 10%. That's pretty much a 10%.
I think 250 is like 5% or lower. I think 100K is 10%, or I think something like that. But basically, what I'm saying is, it sounds like what you're
probably
saying
less.
is that
it's probably more likely. It's probably less.
Probably less. Yeah. I'm being light. But it sounds like what you're saying that most men
can't make that kind of money. So therefore,
right. That's where I'm going. So what I'm saying is, it sounds like what you're saying or what you believe is that most men are losers.
Well, yeah, I think you said that most of us are a piece of shit. Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I said most of
you said that. You said most men are a piece of shit.
Yeah, I did. But I'm saying I would not call men who make $85,000 a year a loser.
Okay, what are they then?
They're just guys. They're just guys.
We both said at the beginning of this podcast, and I asked you agreed, is this world made of winners and losers? What did you say? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you said it. I said this world is made of winners.
I remember that conversation.
And losers.
Yeah.
So what you saying? Oh, everybody deserves a participation prize, even if?
No, I would say you can't determine a winner off of how much money they make.
Excuse me? Especially here in the West?
No. All right. Well,
audience, let me know what you think about.
I'm curious. Is everything based off money? So if that's the case,
when it comes down to relationships, everything's a transaction.
If that's the case, you consider P. Diddy a winner. You consider him a great guy. You consider all the people on his celebrity list great people.
They won. They're up there.
And they're great people, right?
What were we saying, good, or were we talking about bad?
That's my point. That's my point.
No, see, now you're going with intangible things.
How much money
now
you make.
You're talking about intangible things now.
How much money somebody makes does not determine if they're a winner or a loser. You can make $80,000 a year and be a winner. You can make $20 million a year and be a loser.
How? Please explain.
Okay. I just said Diddy. Diddy's a loser. He has a lot of money.
He has a mansion.
He
has cars.
He
did get women. People did come to his parties.
Okay, let me ask you this.
That is just the reality of things.
That's very true.
He is a winner.
That's very true. Let me ask you this
question. What you're talking about, who he is as a person, that is a whole different category.
So even though he has all that money, you would never recommend a woman to marry P. Diddy?
If we didn't know
answer the question.
If we didn't know any of that,
the question.
No, I'm saying
you wouldn't, right?
Huh?
You wouldn't, right?
That's not the type of guy I am. I don't recommend any woman to any other man.
Okay, let's say you are. Just for hypothetical.
So a woman asks me, "Hey, I'm interested in Diddy."
You would
ask me,
knowing what you know, you say you know what he does, but you also know how much money he makes. Would you recommend she go with him?
We did not know any of these things.
But
so why are you putting that on me?
But we do now.
Now we can say that he can consider him a loser for all the things that he's done.
Knowing what you know now.
But before, you would consider him a winner for having everything that he has.
I wouldn't consider him a winner. The dude's a loser. He makes a lot of money doing horrible shit. That dude's a loser.
You didn't even know the things that he was doing until it was put on.
Right. So for the longest time, I thought he was a winner.
Exactly.
But he's a loser.
Yeah, now he is a loser when it comes down to not the money, the section.
That proves the fact that doesn't matter how much money you make. You can be a piece of millionaire. You can be a piece of millionaire.
So now you're saying all these people who made that kind of money are pieces of shit?
You can be. Money, how much money you make does not determine the type of person you are. Would you disagree with that?
I'm talking about when it comes down to the relationship.
Right.
When you enter it or start actually talking to a person, you know all these things already? No, you do not.
Right.
But he has money. He's got himself established. He runs his own business. He's a CEO. Would you consider him a winner?
Based off that?
Based off that. So that's exactly the conversation we're having. We are not talking about who he is as a person or the things that we found out.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about. You were talking about tangible things. He had tangible things. He had the list. He had the check boxes.
Very true.
So then where are we getting at right now? Because right now you're going into a whole nother section when it comes down to personality, the things he did that we did not even know about. So like I said, in this world, there are winners and there's losers. People made it to the top. They probably did bad things. I don't know. Who knows? But people who have actually did the hard work, did everything they could to get to where they need to be in life, they are winners.
What did they win?
They won the game. I mean, when it comes down to men.
So P. Diddy won the game.
Yeah.
Where's he now?
Oh my God. See, you're still going, you're going to the effect. I'm talking about the cause. I'm talking about all the things. I'm talking about everything
what you're doing
he did to get to where he is at.
No, what you're doing is you're taking all the good and ignoring all the bad.
We didn't know the bad.
We know it now.
Oh my God. That's not what we're talking about though. That's not the conversation.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to the very end of that.
That is not the conversation.
Would you say a man's, whether he's a loser or a winner, is entirely based on how much money he makes?
Yes. His value.
I disagree.
The world. I
disagree.
The world determines a man's value. That is the only thing that determines a man's value. What he has done for this world, what he contributed to this world. For a woman, that is totally the opposite. Okay? Because this is a man-made world, right? Would you agree?
Well, so as a matter of speaking, yes.
So then the world determines a man's value. For a woman, what determines her value? If it's a man-made world.
What?
The man. The man determines a woman's value.
Okay.
Because you said it yourself. Hey, that 1% of girl is
more valuable
everything.
To men,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
To most men.
Now I understand there's bad in this world. That is just the reality of the world. That is just the way it is. So therefore, we have to, I'm not saying we have to dismiss it.
Absolve him.
I'm not saying that. Okay. I understand he did bad shit. He definitely needs to be locked up for what he did. But we didn't know all that. So before that, what was he? He was a winner. That's the same thing with Chris Brown. Chris Brown is a winner. They actually provided value to this world, and the world sees what they did. Therefore, the world determines if he's good enough to be with.
Now, at what point did it become? At what point did your standard of winner and loser take effect for human beings?
When did it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, about maybe 3-4 years ago.
No, not you. I mean, when did this whole idea of winners and losers become worldly accepted?
What do you mean? I'm not understanding the question.
So, if a winner is somebody who makes $250,000 or more, when did that start becoming a thing? Were there no winners before $250,000 was a thing?
It's the hot spot. Tell them what you got. Welcome to the hot spot. Get straight off the top.